All right, y'all, we're going to get into this. Today is about the feminine and the masculine energies. I want to say this first. Life is far beyond two polar opposite energies, okay? A lot of the flack out there is that the only thing that exists is either feminine or masculine energy, which is actually not true. It could be true in different ways of thoughts or in different type of dimensional frequencies or frequencies of awareness. It could be true, but there is far beyond just the feminine, masculine energies. Now, feminine and masculine is not even gender based, okay? And it is not even physiology based, okay? Now, if you have got to this channel, you have probably done a lot of feminine and masculine healing, and I can tell you that I have too. So, me saying that feminine and masculine isn't the only energies that we're dealing with in this quantum awareness universe might be a little off-putting. But I can guarantee you that you're here for a reason, because you want to expand your consciousness further. Now, the key that I'm sharing with you today about, in particular, a sort of feminine wound that denies the masculine to enter in. Now, whenever I say feminine, I am not saying woman. I am not even saying female. Whenever I am saying masculine, I am not saying man. I am not saying male. Okay? Each of us have a sort of relationship with the receiving and giving parts of us. The simplest way that the ideas of feminine and masculine energies that can sum it up is that the feminine energy is receiving and the masculine energy is giving. Now, you would say, well, yeah, a female or a woman gives. Of course, right? I am not talking about gender. I am not talking about biophysiology. Okay. So, having said that, we're going to move into this huge game changer, this huge key of, if your feminine energy wants to receive tender love and care from your giving energy or what is being given to you in your reality, right? No matter how you identify or who you are, there is a deep wellspring of ache in deep care for what we receive. I don't think anyone could disagree with the fact that we want to receive true nurturance and love. Now, those energies, nurturance and love, can be embodied in many things. We could be talking about finances. We could be talking about our home. We could be talking about the way in which we move our body, what we eat, okay? All of those things are what we are receiving. You know, in the feminine energy, you see that in all of these like channels, like be in your feminine energy, receive all the good. Yeah. The way that in which you do that is you must forgive the hand that abused you, neglected you, starved you, used you, okay? And so as individual beings, whenever we are given this energy of abuse, neglect, starvation, disease, dis-ease, or unhealthiness, or not being free, or not being safe, when we're given something that's not safe, that's not helping us, that's not loving us, that's not nurturing us actually, and when it's not heart-based, we have a deep wound with what some would say is the masculine energy, but it's really just what the life itself is showing to you, presenting to you, giving you. Now, in the past, you being hurt or abused is not your fault. Okay, so that is not what I'm saying here. But once you heal and you recognize that you do have an amazing opportunity to co-create your reality, once you're aware of it, then this is where this plays in, right? And since you're here, you are aware of it. That's why you're attracted to this channel, Rainbow Ma, right? Remember to like and subscribe and comment and let me know how this message is affecting you today. So when we have been abused or neglected or used or hurt or lied to by the hand that is giving us something, it becomes very hard for us to receive things now. So our feminine energy is off. We are living in survival mode. We are living in fear-based mindset. If you have done any chakra work, your root chakra is tight, your jaw is tight, you are afraid to use your voice, you are afraid to receive, you're afraid to laugh, you're afraid to be yourself, because the hand that gives you something told you that you had to be a certain way in order to be worthy to be given something. Okay, so this is a core wound that when we allow ourselves to recognize that we must forgive now, and it becomes difficult. This is where it becomes extremely difficult, is when our outer circumstances, what we're still being offered, is based in that trauma. So those of you that have had narcissistic abuse cycles, you've gone into narcissistic abuse cycles, let's say, as an example, or a cycle of receiving money and losing it, or a cycle of getting jobs that you don't actually like, or a cycle of really wanting to be healthy and knowing how to be healthy, but not actually being nurtured in the way that you desire, okay? Your inner world reflects your outer world. Your outer world reflects your inner world. Whenever you become aware of co-creating reality, okay? Just like there's far beyond the masculine and feminine energies, there's also far beyond that concept, okay? So keep that in mind. But this is a key to understanding quantum awareness, okay? Understanding that if you open up your heart and open up your root and you constantly, consistently choose yourself, you will have different results in your outer world. But you must say no and you must be honest. If a hand is giving you something like an offer or, a relationship or a business opportunity or a job opportunity or an avenue of child care, like it can be anything, or even just like a plate of food. And if it doesn't resonate with what your receiving energy actually desires, then that's where you have to look at why you're even considering what's being offered to you in the first place. Okay? Now, does that mean you're right or wrong? No. This is all inner work, inner reflection. And the reason why you're going through this initiation right now is because you're ready for it. You're ready to understand what you will allow yourself to receive and what you will finally no longer allow. Here is the key, and I've said it a few times in this video, is forgiveness. Okay? We can work on forgiving that masculine, or we could just say the hand that gives us something, the cards we are dealt. Okay, even our epigenetics, even our genetics. Okay, we can choose to forgive it, and it is so hard. Okay, I am not saying this is easy. I'm not like, oh, it's so easy, rainbows and butterflies. No, it is effing hard, bro. It is so hard. But if we can finally forgive it truly and dig deep down into the roots of healing the deepest, darkest wounds of our being, we can let it go. Because don't you just want to let it go? They say forgiveness is more for you. It's not for the other person. And it's so true. You don't have to be in anger anymore. You don't have to be literally living on fumes anymore. You don't have to live a life that is destroying you anymore. Do you really want to keep doing that? Seriously, really look at yourself. Look what's going on, okay? Once you forgive and you go through that process, it'll take a while. It'll take a while. You'll have keys. You'll have serendipity playing in for you. Okay, this is a key. This is serendipity playing in for you. Okay. And soon I'll open a school about all of this. Quantum alchemy, okay? Get your master's in quantum alchemy. This is what it is. If you want to be freed from your past completely, you must take the road less traveled by in every single moment. It is not just the feet that you are using or the ground that you're walking upon. That is not the only path that you are taking. You are far beyond your physical body, okay? Your emotions, your spiritual state, your mental state, all your thoughts, everything that you're allowing to be given to you, you choose if you receive it or not. That's a big one. You don't have to choose to receive the things. And yeah, you're like, well, I don't have any choice. I'll die. Like, my kids will starve. I'm homeless. Or I'm afraid to be homeless, or I'm afraid to, say no to people because I think they might have a vendetta against me. All that. Honey, I get it. Did I say it's easy? But at some point, you have to break the cycle. You have to take the steps towards getting out of the cycle that you don't want anymore. Because what? Are you just going to be handed the same thing over and over that you hate, that you despise, that you don't trust, that hurt you in the first place? The same energy, even if it's a different person, even if it's a different city, even if it's a different institution, even if it's a different thing, doesn't matter. The energy does not lie, right? So allow yourself to explore what you'd like to receive, and then you will see the opportunities. A lot of the time, most of the time, the now moment has all the opportunities you need. But sometimes we get so sucked up into fear, all we can see is the past. And so then all those opportunities, that's the only thing we can see. If we let go, if we forgive, then we can see the opportunities that are right in front of us, that if we didn't forgive, we would never see. So you say, oh, I don't have that opportunity. I don't have those things. I don't have a college degree. I don't have all that. I don't have the looks. I don't have the know-how. Stop. You need to stop that internal dialogue right now, because you are choosing to receive what you always have. You need to choose differently.